Hi, and a warm welcome to you. Today we'll be going over my personal tricks and tips for any other further psychic development that you might be aspiring to achieve, so stay tuned. The first thing that I'm wanting to stress the most, and it'll be tip number 1, which is make sure that we are meditating. Meditation is one of the biggest keys when wanting to do anything spiritual, do any type of spiritual work that we're wanting to achieve. This could be just getting in touch with ourselves, getting in touch with our own energies, or getting prepared to do any type of readings or any type of spiritual work on our own side. So let me give you an example of what I'm meaning by this.
Alright, we're going to be focusing in on our breath just real quick. Try and declutter my head a little bit. Focus it on the breath. But then, wait, hold on. All these bills. Oh no, that's right. I don't have to worry about bills. Breathe it in, breathe it out, of course. Say goodbye to all this. But mind you, I had some nice butter chicken last night. But hold on, why do I look like E.T.?
What we are wanting is to make sure that we are creating a calm mindset within our own self when we're wanting to meditate. As before that last clip, we don't want to be that sort of person with that monkey brain kind of going on. They won't be able to quieten down, and of course getting any messages from spirit is going to be very hard for them to give us any clear direct messages. So of course what we're wanting to do is key number 1 when you do meditation is focusing on your breath. That's simple as in and out through the mouth. Focus in on that until you start to notice that your monkey brain or that chatter starts to quieten down. You don't want to be that as you were before. Another little tidbit of information I love to give you today is when we are wanting to meditate, use YouTube guided meditations. There are a lot of videos out there and I use them for my own personal and professional career. This could be learning on how to open up clairvoyancy, your third eye, how to do energy clearing, how to get rid of anything that's no longer needed, connecting in with your guides, and so on and so forth. There are so many options out there for you, and the best thing is to just get started. Make sure that we are choosing videos that we highly resonate with, and that is the number 1 key, especially with anything spiritual. Another quick side tip of number 1 is tip number 1.2 is make sure it resonates, especially with you. You might be told to do one other thing, but listen to your own inner guidance and your own inner wisdom or higher self that is around with you. But that there is tip number 1 complete. Tip number 2 would be eliminate all expectations. Expectations need to be this bag over here and it needs to be chucked out the window. Have no expectations about how you will develop, what you will see, what you will feel, what you will smell, everything. You want to walk into your spiritual career or your own path with no expectations. Have this as a white canvas so you know when you aren't expecting anything that does come through is something that resonates, and then it is also something that is from spirit. Because of course, if you're expecting nothing to come through and something does, you're like, something that I'm needing to kind of focus on. So, no expectations. Key. Number 3, I cannot suggest enough, especially when we first start off, is that it's okay to be scared. To get things wrong or to step into this type of world, it's absolutely fine. It's to be expected because you're walking practically into the unknown, and that's absolutely fine. I completely understand. But the thing that we're wanting to stress on the most is we're needing to alleviate that fear and that stress through, again, going back down to tip number 1, meditation. Through getting past this mental block that a lot of us, and especially a lot of my students when they first start off, have when they come through with their own coursework, is that it's a lot stemming from fear-based and not thinking they're good enough, or thinking, oh, what if I get things wrong, or it's practically what if, and we're wanting to get rid of what if and just being in the moment, and through that can be achieved through meditation. But I just want to quickly put that in as number 3 for my tips, especially when we're wanting to do any type of further psychic development. Tip number 4 would be music. Music is such a big tool, especially with any type of spiritual development or any type of spiritual exercise, to be quite honest. we're wanting to choose music that highly resonates with ourselves and something that we want other people to enjoy at the same time. Of course, everyone has their own niche about what type of music really resonates with them. This music could be from classical to meditation music to anything that is calm, relaxing, ambient, instrumental music at the end of the day. Of course, what we don't want is for someone to come through in their reading and to get scared from the heavy metal music that you be playing while wanting to expect them to have a reading.
I'm for reading. Jesus!
What? I guess I better change the music. I'm so awkward. Oh my god. So in short, making sure that the music is creating the atmosphere that you're wanting to invite spirits in, and then for anyone else who you want to invite in your own sacred space. Number 5, make sure that we have a routine. Routine is absolutely key. I'm a bit lenient, especially with any of my students who come in for their own psychic development. Now the reasoning why is that I'm wanting to teach to have spirituality as a companion in with their life, or something as a backbone, not something to stress about or worry about through day-to-day life, or wanting to use this in conjunction with everything else. So the main purpose with this, with the repetition or the scheduling that we could have, is making sure that we're doing everything that we can on a daily basis. So this could be meditating every night, this could be journaling, this could be pulling yourself cards. You want to make sure that you're going into any further coursework that you probably want to study. Make sure that we're getting yourself into a routine and that you keep up on yourself to achieving what you can compare to how you were before to how you are today, and then so on and so forth. Always strive to get better. Rome was not built in a day. And that is quite true. We are all coming along with this with our own struggles, with our own weaknesses and our own personal strengths. What we're wanting to do is focus on what we do lack in and try and heighten those, and then fine tune our strengths to a heightened sense that we'll be able to achieve as much as we can. And the last tip that I have, which is number 6, which is go and see someone professional or a teacher who could help teach you anything to help fine-tune any of your weaknesses and skills and strengths. Now the reasoning why I am leaving this as the last one is we're wanting to make sure that if we are being self-taught, that we're doing everything correctly. And of course, the only way we're going to ever kind of find that is find someone who's already in this field, who is teaching this type of stuff. Of course, this goes back to what I've said previously, is that we're wanting to make sure that, especially with the meditations or anything spiritual that we're wanting to do, we're wanting to pick the person or the teacher who we resonate with the most. This could be on how you love the energy, their mannerisms, or how they personally teach themselves. Of course, go and ask questions, get yourself out there, make sure that we're having fun. That's the main point about anything that we're doing on this kind of earth, is that we don't want to be strict, we don't want to be too harsh on ourselves. Enjoy the spirit energy, the love that comes with it all, and how much fun this can also be, especially with any type of self-development that kind of comes through with all this, and how much transformation that you'll go through when you first start off to how you'll come out at the end of this tunnel. So don't get scared, don't get worried. Go and find someone who, if that resonates with you at the end of the day, again, don't have to take my advice, but nonetheless, if you can, find yourself a teacher so you'll be able to get taught the correct way, or a proper way, so they will build a firm foundation. But there we go. There are some quick tips and tricks that I have personally used through my own career and personal life that I wish to impart to you, because I wish I knew that when I first started off. Trust me, goodness gracious, I wish I got told to go and see a teacher straight away. Because I was allowed to fine-tune things. I didn't know that guided meditations were even a possibility thing. I was sitting here just like that clip before, being completely oblivious about the whole thing and having this monkey brain that kept badgering me on. But nonetheless, I do hope and wish you all the best with any further development along your spiritual path as well. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will be posting some more content later on in concerns to anything spiritual. But let me know down in the comments about what you like to see. This can be in terms of vlogs, this can be in terms of Q&As, or any other random things you might want to see, but let me know down in the comments. Alright lovelies, see you later.